Hong Kong, a city of towering skyscrapers, bustling streets, and neon lights. But beneath its modern exterior lies a darker, more chilling side. A place where restless spirits linger, where whispers echo through abandoned halls, and where shadows move even when no one is there. Hong Kong's rich history, marked by war, tragedy, and ancient folklore, has left behind more than just historic sites. It has birthed some of the most haunted places in the world. If you dare, let's uncover the 8 most haunted places in Hong Kong where the supernatural is said to roam freely. 1. High Street Ghost House, Sai Ying Pun Community Complex. Once a mental asylum during the British colonial era, this building has a sinister past. During World War II, the Japanese occupied it, and chilling stories suggest it became a site of horrific executions and torture. Today, people claim to hear phantom footsteps, disembodied screams, and even see shadowy figures moving in the corridors at night. Some have even reported seeing a headless ghost walking aimlessly, a sight so terrifying that it earned the building the nickname High Street Ghost House. Though the complex is now a community center, the spirits within refuse to leave. 2. The Nam Kwu Terrace, Wan Chai's Ghost House. Nestled in the concrete jungle of Wan Chai, Nam Kwu Terrace has a century of history behind it. Built in 1915 by a wealthy Shanghainese family involved in the silk trade, Nam Kwu Terrace was lived in by the same family until World War II, which saw the property abandoned after the owners fled Hong Kong. Japanese soldiers began seizing properties within the Wan Chai area for comfort women and prisoners of war, Nam Kwu Terrace being one of them. Inside these brothels, comfort women were tortured and beaten, with some sadly passing away. Since then, there have been rumors of ghosts wandering the house, and some passers-by tell tales of hearing people screaming in the house or seeing strange shadows in the dark windows. In 2003, a group of students decided to venture into and stay the night at Nam Kwu Terrace in the hopes of seeing a ghost. Police were abruptly called when one girl claimed she was possessed by a spirit, and she was subsequently hospitalized. The property lay empty for over 18 years, until recently, when the current owners, Hopewell Holding, announced plans to restore the building and convert it into a wedding registry. 3. Bride's Pool, the Drowned Bride's Curse. Named after the legend surrounding its waters, Bride's Pool is one of the most infamous haunted locations in Hong Kong. Bride's Pool is a beautiful rock pool in New Territories, which is fed by numerous waterfalls surrounding it. The stigma surrounding Bride's Pool is due to the misfortune of an ancient bride. The story has it that 4 men, porters, were carrying a bride-to-be to her groom's village on a sedan chair, passing over one of the waterfalls that feeds into Bride's Pool on their way. One of the porters slipped on a rock, resulting in the bride and her porters falling into the pool below. Unfortunately, because of the heavy weight of her cheongsam, a traditional tight-fitting dress, the bride drowned, along with all her porters. Never making it to her groom, she lurks below the pool's surface, dressed in her cheongsam, waiting for her groom to return. There have been reports of people taking their lives in the surrounding areas of Bride's Pool, and shockingly, the remains of a man murdered by his fiancée were discovered in 1982. Not only does Bride's Pool seem to have a never-ending string of bad luck, so too does the road sitting above it. The road has been coined the Deadly Curve, after being labeled a junction black spot due to the extensive number of fatal accidents. Regardless of this rock pool's history, many people find themselves visiting Bride's Pool out of curiosity or to take in the beautiful surroundings. 4th, Ma Wan Abandoned Village. Once a thriving fishing village, Ma Wan was abandoned when the government relocated residents for redevelopment. The eerie, decaying buildings and silent streets now make it a ghost town, literally. People who dare to explore at night claim to hear ghostly whispers and see strange shadows darting between the ruined houses. Some say they've even heard voices calling their names when no one else was around. The abandoned school in the village is said to be particularly haunted, with rumors of children's laughter echoing through its empty halls. 5. Tak Tak School abandoned since 1988 and on the National Geographic's list of Asia's top 10 creepy places, Tak Tak School isn't for the faint-hearted. The village where the school is located has a history of misfortune. Residents were killed and buried by British intelligence after refusing to give up their land. It has also been said that a large number of villagers were massacred during the Japanese occupation, with remains being buried in the hill next to the school. Shortly before the school closed in 1988, the headmistress took her own life in one of the bathrooms while wearing a red dress, supposedly leaving behind a spirit clothed in red. In 2011, students were exploring the school when one of the girls reported seeing a woman in red. Whilst they all began to rush back towards the MTR station, one of the girls began strangling herself and attacking her friends when they attempted to stop her. An ambulance was called, and 2 teenagers were hospitalized. Tak Tak School now remains a shabby site littered with broken glass, rubbish, and graffiti. 6. Murray House, the spirits of executed prisoners. With over 150 years of history, it is no surprise that stories about Murray House exist. Built in 1844 in the Central District, the structure was originally used as officer quarters of the Murray Barracks for over 100 years until 1960. During World War II, the property was used for the Japanese military police, and allegedly, over 4,000 Hong Kong civilians were tortured and murdered on the property. After serving its time as officer quarters, Murray House was converted into an office space. However, between 1960 and 1970, there were reported sightings of poltergeists, while documents within offices mysteriously went missing. These reports were so concerning that in an effort to put an end to this strange behavior, the government ordered an exorcism of the building. 90 Buddhist monks performed an exorcism on the building in 1963, which lasted 10 hours. Despite their efforts, the exorcism wasn't successful, and a second one was performed in 1974. Since being dismantled and moved to Stanley in the early 2000s, no further activity has been reported. However, some people still claim to hear strange things in the building in the dead of night. 7. The Ghost Bus of Nathan Road. A chilling urban legend haunts Nathan Road, the tale of a ghostly red minibus that picks up unsuspecting passengers late at night. According to the legend, a young man boarded the bus and noticed something strange. The bus kept picking up passengers, but no one spoke. When he looked closely, he realized everyone except the driver had no reflection in the window. Terrified, he ran off at the next stop, only to hear later that the bus had been found the next morning, empty, abandoned, and with 3 dead bodies inside. Some say if you're ever alone on Nathan Road at night, you should think twice before getting on a red minibus. 8. Waterfall Bay Park. Located in the Pok Fu Lam district, Waterfall Bay is a hotspot amongst locals, nature enthusiasts, and dog walkers. However, beautiful scenery isn't the only thing this waterfall is known for. Legend has it that pirates during the Qing dynasty would use this bay as a place to rest until they one day went on a rampage, attacking villagers and dumping their bodies in the bay. After the Hua Fu estate was built in 1970, many children would use Waterfall Bay as a playground, resulting in a lot of young children drowning. Many people believe that the bay is full of water ghosts who are the reason for the drownings. To prevent more drownings, the government put up railings to prevent people from making their way into Waterfall Bay. If you're thinking of visiting Waterfall Bay, don't go on a rainy day and keep your distance from the railings. Would you dare to visit? Hong Kong is more than just a metropolis. It's a city with a dark, ghostly history. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, these places have a reputation that keeps even the bravest at a distance. So, there you have it. 8 of the most haunted places in Hong Kong. From eerie abandoned villages to ghostly hotels, these locations hold mysteries that continue to send chills down the spines of those who dare to explore them. Would you be brave enough to visit any of these places at night? Or have you had a paranormal experience in Hong Kong? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you love creepy stories, haunted locations, and mysterious legends, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more spine-chilling videos. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and maybe keep a light on tonight.